it to YouTube. So you can subscribe there if you want to get updates. Oh, is that game almost 2 years ago now? Time sure does fly. Oh my god, it is. August 16th, 2014. Oh my god, I thought it was 1 year ago. I feel so old now. So apparently this was Replay of the Year candidate 2 years ago. Time sure does fly. Alright. So this is officially the game 1 of Korea versus Denmark 2 versus 2 in the WNC 2016. Right now Korea is up 2-0. This best of 3 could seal the deal for them, and they will have swept their group, winning each match. In the top right we have Sok, aka Email Fans, playing Human, and his partner to the right is the Orc Focus, both from Korea, playing Human Orc. In the bottom left we have Rosenkill playing for Denmark as the Undead, and next to him his partner and ally Serups playing for Denmark and Night Elf. So right off the bat I would say on this map it's very favored for any Orc player in general, because the Blade Master can run around creeping these very easy no shops, getting items crazy fast. So you can have like 3-4 circlets in just a couple of minutes. And the Human, if he has a good spawn, he can creep the mercenary camp quite easily and potentially expand as well. So these spawns right away I would say are very good for the Orc and Human combo. They could go for fast expansion. Email Fan could go for the mercenary camp. There's a lot of options available to them. But we do see a Blade Master and a Archmage, so standard opening. And I've never commentated 2 vs 2 before, so I'm sorry in advance if I missed something. There's a lot going on at once. This is my first time. So, Death Knight Fiends for the Undead and Priestess Hunts for the Night Elf. Very standard for Undead Night Elf combo. It's a slightly faster Fiend build because his ally can give him golden wood at the start, so that the hero is not as far behind as normally is. You get faster Fiends as well. So basically the Undead Night Elf team are going to make a lot of Fiends and Huntresses, and they're going to creep, and then they're going to all in either at tier 2 or tier 1 or tier 3 with an orb, depending on. And the Humans and Orc will probably play Riflecaster and Grunt Raider Walker, which is pretty much standard Human and standard Orc. It's among the best synergy possible in 2 vs 2, just playing standard Orc and standard Human. That's why it's, I would say, the strongest combination in 2 vs 2 by far is Human Orc. Not by far, but still the strongest. And Email Fan is actually going for the Mercenary Camp. It's nice because there's no Ensnare, there's no Purge, so you don't really have to think too much about it, but there are 2 poison creeps, so it's killing those first to reduce any spread damage. Meanwhile, the Priestess of the Moon is harassing, but she will show up too late. There will be a detonate though, doesn't get experience, and misses the Archmage. Plasma attack for the Archmage. Serups does kill a Water Elemental though, and a Peasant, so nice little pickup there. Looks like he will speed build a farm, or not. He will build a normal farm. Meanwhile, as I said, the Blade Master just stacking up, creeping and trying to find good items, getting circles. Orc is teching. The Human will probably tech, but he could be going for an expansion as well. Meanwhile, while the Night Elf harasses, the Undead is free to creep, which is his goal. He wants to get level 3, so he has that level 2 Death Coil. And meanwhile, the Huntress Fiend army is starting to produce. Human Orc, in my opinion, has the resources to deal with this combination quite well. As I said, they have the strongest synergy, and they have tier 2 synergy, which is important, which means that as long as they just get to tier 2 and get their tech out, they will probably be in good position to deal with Huntresses and Fiends. So we have a tech from Rosenkill. We won't see any tech from the Night Elf. He will just go 50 food and then feed gold the rest of the game. He's mostly there just to be a meat shield and to have the two-shot aura help the Fiends. Possibly he will expand. But against Human Orc, you probably don't want to go to the late game, so I don't think we'll see an expansion. We'll see an all-in time. But there are mercenaries out, very good against Huntresses. abolish potentially against skeletons. They're staying together. Focus on Emo Fan to creep safely. There's nothing that an elf can really do to harass this. He can try to like last hit the creeps, but in general he's not going to accomplish very much. He's going to start creeping himself. But there's no pressure on the undead, so he's creeping. Going to be level 3. He has greater mana potions, which is very good. And yeah, Emo Fan is teching. He has the blacksmith. He's going to go rifleman. So like I said, we will see Riflecaster and Grunt Raider Walker. Probably with Mountain King Shadowhunter. Could potentially see Paladin as well. He's pretty good against Night Elf Orc, or Night Elf Undead. Massing Fiends and Hunts. Could also see Blood Mage. Like there's a lot of things we could see. But the standard, most normal thing would be Shadowhunter, Mountain King. Wow, look, that's what I'm talking about on this map. Look at those items. Level 3 Blade Master with 2 circlets, 1 claws, 1 gloves, and boots of speed. So he's a one-man army right now. Archmage also with +6 intelligence and a circlet is also looking very good. You do see the first rifleman showing up, and here is some pressure from the Night Elf Undead team. This isn't all in by any means, they're just kind of seeing what they can accomplish here. It's a pretty strong timing, as both of their opponents just finished their techs. They're not really that strong at the moment. This one rifleman might go down to a coil. Would give the priestess level 2, which is nice. The Death Knight could also pass the claws to the priestess, which he does now. Add some extra damage. So now we do have Owl Scout, which is amazing in 2 vs 2. It's amazing in general. One of the best spells in the game. Too bad it's on the priestess, so we never see it. But this spell is amazing. I'd say it's almost broken. If it was used more, people would realize how broken it is. Level 1 Scout isn't that great, but level 2 and 3 are just, they're basically map hack. We do have the Shadowhunter and the Paladin. As I said, he's a pretty good choice for this matchup specifically, because the Holy Light can be used both defensively and offensively. And a lot of what this team wants to do is focus down heroes, so having the Holy Light is nice. But we're going to start seeing that tier 2 synergy pretty soon. Oh, although focus is going tier 3. No Spirit Lodge in 2 vs 2 is very, very strange. Fast tier 3 with 1 Bestiary. I'm interested to see what he's going for. Like, I guess he wants the Lightning Orb, but he really wants Spirit Link in 2 vs 2. It's like the best spell in the matchup, or in the game type, I would say. I guess he's fearing fast destroyers, so maybe he doesn't want to have useless Spirit Link that's just going to get eaten up by destroyers, but hunters are going down really fast, and the human orc team aren't really losing anything, except for maybe 1 or 2 footmen. So right now, it's looking very, very bad for the massing team. This Blade Master is just sick.
Players' forces are under attack.
Pretty fast tier 3 for Rosenkill, getting those destroyers. Night Elf bringing some wisps. Like I guess that's another reason that Focus might not want to get Spirit Lodge, is that the Night Elf can bring any amount of wisps he wants to detonate it. But I still wouldn't recommend fast tier 3 in 2 vs 2 in general. Like, I don't really know what he's aiming for. Maybe Taran, that'd be pretty cool, but maybe just fast orb. Looks like we have some lag.
A player's forces are under attack.
Some harassment coming here. Denying the shop. Meanwhile, their orc human team is creeping the granite golem, which could drop something very nice. We will see. Meanwhile, no clue so far as to what Focus is aiming for, other than fortified burrows and a lightning orb in the future. Maybe a Tarn Chieftain third. We haven't seen anything else. So Serups is at 50 food now, which means he will start feeding everything he has to his ally, Rosenkill, who will go up to pretty fast 70 food. all in with Destroyers, Fiends, Leech, and Orb. I think the timing is going to be too slow. I think the email fan and focus have done a good enough job in the early mid game to feel reasonably safe at this point. Oh, and a scroll of restoration dropped from the Granite Golem. Probably the best item possible, especially in 2 vs 2, since there's no cap. It can restore 300 health and 150 mana to every single unit that they have in common. Invaluable. Along with Heal Wave and Holy Light, I don't think a lot of things are going to die from their side. Ensnared Fiend going to die as well. Only level 2 for the Lich as well, level 3, level 1. Not even level 2 Aura. Not even 1/1 upgrades from Serups. He's getting it now, so he has a 1/1 pretty soon. Fiends are 2-0, should be 3-0. 3-0 should be on the way, but it's not right now.
A player's force is under attack.
They might be going for it. Do they have town portals? They do. So they might want to just kill all the militia they can and then town portal out. Meanwhile, the Orc human team is attacking the Nile, so they could be doing a base race here. Hard to say what the best choice is here. Like, do you want a town portal and prolong the game, or do you want to just take the base trade? I think it's reasonably safe to trade bases here, since Focus went tier 3. He does have fortified burrows, which means his base is pretty safe. Uh-oh, we have a town portal. It might just be one. Oh, close. Sometimes in these situations, one of the players will town portal, and then the town hall dies just before the other one does. So then it's a 1 vs 2. If that would have happened, it'd be GG. But instead, we see the base trade. Tree of Life is dead, although there are wisps alive, so they could rebuild a tree in the future. There are no peasants around for email fans, so there's no way of rebuilding. Meanwhile, like I said, oh wow, a lot of towers coming from Focus and fortified burrows. Double Tauren totem, so he was going for Tauren. Very late game oriented against Undead Night Elf. Strange to see, but he does have the towers, and he doesn't really have any supply to build Tauren, but he can in the future. And they will be alright, I guess, with Pulverize. We're going to see a big fight here. Skull protection used, although there are destroyers. It will be eaten up. The whip coming, pretty nice. Destroyers are being focused down by Riflemen. Oh, very early usage of the Restoration Scroll. I think a bit too early. All of the scrolls have been used very early. A bit too anxious to use the scrolls, but it's still looking good for the human orc team here. The Blade Master alone here is just so strong. Level 2 Holy Light is going to be very nice as well. He hasn't been using it too much though. He needs to use Holy Light a bit more. He actually has Devotion Aura rather than Divine Shield, so the Paladin is a bit in trouble. I like the choice though. Auras are very good in 2 vs 2. Even the less valued ones as Devotion Aura. Nice synergy from these two players. They have the attack upgrades on Riflemen and the armor upgrades on the Raiders and Grunts, along with the Devotion Aura and heal. It's just so strong. Rosenkill doing what he can, but this looks a bit over. And everything that Focus loses now will be replaced with Tauren. So we do have Tauren on the way. They probably have Polarize. They have 1 armor upgrade. So there's really nothing Rosenkill and Serups can do at this point, I don't think. Death Knight will go down. GG called by Rosenkill, GG called by Serups. So 1-0 for Korea. Very nice game, well played by all parts, especially the Koreans played very well. I mean, the score difference is quite huge here. But it was also one of the best, I'd say, better maps for Orc Human, and they got very good spawns. So we might see a closer game coming up.